You know what your most popular clip is?
What?
It's you talking about the requirements that are written clearly on the website of Emirates that say, like, don't have
Ugh,
tattoos, don't show up here being 5 feet tall, don't look crazy because you're not going to get hired. And then having somebody
people still
fly
showed up.
there, literally take a plane, like, I'm getting this job. And like, you got face tattoos. And then it was like, you're not getting this job. You're totally not getting this job. And yeah,
Yeah.
like 14,000 views on that. So
Wow.
I
That's
misjudged the
crazy.
other thing by a lot. So that was definitely on on me. But I
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. And I was like, yeah, of course you don't have tattoos, whatever. But I don't know that a lot of people don't see this, but you saying like, "Hey, why are you here? You could have read the website." That interested people. So,
Yeah.
it
That
is what
was
it is.
like crazy. I literally did not understand. Everything's on the website, like everything. And people still showed up. Like I don't know what they were hoping for. And then there was one girl who actually she wasn't the right height, but then she was like, "Let me try again." And it's like, "Oh God." Like you didn't just grow. She's like, "Let me just try again."
Did you get like different shoes or something to try to prove?
No. Then there was like still like no, no.
No. They're like,
So
"No,
like I
you're
don't
too
know.
short.
Maybe people are just like they're just optimistic. Maybe they're just like, oh, let's just go and see.
I'm going to win them
They'll like my
over."
personality. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's what they were thinking.
Like,
They're
I
like,
got
no.
I got 5 years of ballet and tap, and I am going to tap dance my way to this job.
Yeah,
That didn't work out. Okay. Well,
it's
look,
crazy.
this whole thing shows that I'm definitely ignorant about some things, ignorant about current events, about what's going on. I am out of touch with the people. And I talked to you not too long ago, I think, and you were saying that you don't really pay attention to current events either to
I
any
like take a
great
glimpse
degree.
at them, but I don't really like fully get all like I don't go looking at all the details. I
Yeah.
take a glimpse and I'm like, oh my God, and then I move on.
Me too. Me too. I'm exactly like that.
Yeah,
So I thought, okay, you know what? Why don't we, two ignorant people, talk about some current events? And so that's
cool.
why I wanted you to come back so that we could talk about topics, so that we could learn maybe a little bit together. But, but before all of that, I wanted to know, hey, what's going on? What's up? Let's have a quick huddle that says Ali, what's been going on? And funnily enough, one of the current events I was going to ask you about before this happened, because I was interested in the seeding the clouds for rain in Dubai.
Yeah,
That thing was interesting. But I was like, oh yeah, they do some of that so that it rains. But
yeah,
then in the last couple days, it was a major flood. You're in Dubai, and
yeah.
it's like there's like cars are underwater at this point. You know, like the highest rainfall in 75 years. I was actually
Yeah.
realizing just this morning that I'm like, oh, I hope Ali's not like drowned or had to evacuate her building or something like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
because I didn't hear from you
I
like that
somehow I'm
quickly.
okay.
You're
Yeah, I'm
fine.
okay. Like there's like the area that I live in, it's like not really flooded. There was like I don't know, an area close to here that was flooded, but not my specific area. So I didn't really experience the flooding. I just know like it took about 2 hours for me to get to headquarters to my apartment. And usually it takes about 30 minutes, but that's because the roads were flooded. But it wasn't flooded as bad as like you're seeing online right now. So like I got home before it got that bad. It was like the flooding was happening, but it wasn't as bad by the time I got home.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but it's been pretty crazy. I think like a few people passed away. I think they passed away like not in Dubai, but like somewhere closer or like somewhere near Dubai where it was also they experienced the rain. But it's so funny because I told someone that like because I like during COVID I did like a whole deep dive into all these like weird educational videos, and there was a video about like how the government has technology that can they can alter the weather. And I told someone about this, and then they're like, that's not possible." And I was like, "I literally watched a documentary, but like I haven't seen anything since then, like about it." And then boom, like I'm like, "There you go." Whoever that person was, I don't even remember who they were, but I'm like,
They're
"Whoever you
wrong.
were,
Listen,
yeah."
person, you're wrong. Ali was right this whole time. You can see
It's
the
not
no, but
like
that's true. They can put, what is it, like a silver nitrate or something like that.
dude, I have no idea. I
Yeah.
did not. I look at it. I don't look into the details. I
Okay.
just know it's a thing.
I
If
should
someone
have
were to
looked
ask
into.
me like, what do they do? I'm like, I'm not good. I don't know. I
But
just know
yeah,
that they have the capability to alter the weather.
that's a known thing. You
Mm,
can cause it to rain by seeding clouds. Want me to find
yeah,
out what it is? Because I think
sure.
we're see
Yeah.
this is why you and I need to. We're gonna learn right now
I feel like that'd be
about.
very. I mean, why not?
You said
I
okay.
was like,
Wait,
that'd be
I feel
very.
I,
Huh?
you changed directions on that. What were you gonna say and what did you say?
I was gonna say that to be very random to know a lot about seeding, but I'm like, yeah, why not? Who cares?
Okay.
Well, doesn't matter.
Let's see. It
Just seems
says,
like a very
yeah, it
random
does say
thing to
cloud
know.
seeding is a weather modification technique that improves a cloud's ability to produce rain or snow by inducing tiny ice nuclei into the certain types of sub-freezing clouds. Okay, so that's what that is. It says ground-based generators or from aircraft. The DRI Cloud Seeding Research Program. Okay, they used ground generators of these people. That's interesting. I did not know that existed. There's a ground generator you can use. I don't know if I
Apparently.
believe in ground generators. That sounds like, yeah, it can.
Whatever you're thinking, it's a thing.
This is
Like the
crazy.
US could even alter the weather. Like
It is a silver though. It's still. I said silver nitrate. That's not right. It's silver iodide. It's dry
ah,
or dry ice. Okay, can be dumped into the cloud. So you can put dry ice or silver iodide and have
interesting.
clouds start to do this. So it is possible totally. Your friend wrong. They're wrong. So you can.
They just need to like I don't know why I literally watched the documentary. I'm like, why I didn't just come up with this on my own.
But I guess it's like these days it's tough to believe in anything, you know? Like I said, I actually just recorded a thing for kayfabe, which is that wrestling term where it's all fake kind of thing, and the whole
Mm.
concept behind that. And so it gets a little conspiratorial. So I could see how some documentaries are a little bit it's like this is a documentary, but then it turns out it's not real at all and they just wanted to tell their story kind of thing or what their theory was and they it's kind of like saying there's a documentary on ancient aliens, right? And be like, wow, these ancient hieroglyphs are about aliens. And it's like, or they're about anything, but you're saying they're
Yeah.
about aliens and you're inferring it's aliens. There's a documentary and they show proof of it, but it's not actually proof. So I don't know. I could see how your friend, without seeing the documentary, that it wasn't, but no, it's a real thing.
But it was it was science. It's like proven science.
100%. You were right.
I haven't watched any documentaries about aliens though.
Oh,
I
well,
don't have an
fair enough.
interest in that.
Yeah, neither do I, but I have seen them. It's been a while since I've seen
You've
something.
seen aliens?
No.
Be
Documentaries.
careful, the men in black will come for you.
Oh man. Okay, you're right. You're right. We're Hollywood shills here. I forgot. So we have to keep the thing. No, there's no aliens, everybody. Cloud seeding may or may not be real. We don't know. Let's move on.
What? It is real.
No, well, look, we can neither confirm or deny anything. We are ignorant and we are learning current events right now. So that's our motivation. Okay, here's a couple of things. I want to ask you some stuff. I finally started. I started seeing some posts from you. You're using a weight machine. It's not free
Oh my
weights yet.
gosh.
It's not free weights yet.
I use all of it.
But this is incredible. How did this happen? How did you find your way to this? One, where were you when you started doing this? I feel like I've seen you in Singapore. I've seen you in New York City. What's been going on? How have you been? Where have you been? What's been happening? Aali.
How have I been? Where have I been? So many places. Like I don't even remember. But the last one you saw, I was in New York. I was lifting weights. Yeah. Whenever I do arms, it's always free weights or the machines. Like how else do you do arms or upper
Yeah.
body and back?
That's true. That's true. I was under the, see, this is current events for me because I was under the impression you only do cardio.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't like I post like me on the treadmill, but I also post me like using weights. I post videos of me like lifting everything.
We went over this. It's not that I don't believe you, but I'm like your friend who doesn't believe in cloud seeding. I think maybe I don't believe in Aali cardio or Aali weightlifting, but it's okay. I'm getting there. See,
I have muscles. They're small, but they're
Wait.
there.
Let's see. Do that again. I'm switching just to
They're
you.
very tiny.
Hey, that's good though. You got a good bicep line going.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for you. Good for
I
you.
have muscles.
I'm not that muscular. Like,
Like,
I'm doing okay. Wait, let's switch to me. Let's switch to me. I'm actually doing a bit better here. Not too bad.
no, I don't see anything.
Not too bad.
I'm just kidding.
No, I don't lift that heavy or anything, but I do lifting. I was lifting yesterday morning. So it is what it is. Day before was boxing.
You're doing cardio.
Look. Oh, hey, do we want to prove it? Here, let me see. Boom. Weights right there. There's weights. Do we see weights? Boom.
I see an exercise ball. Oh, wow, you actually do have a lot of weight.
Yeah, I have a lot of weights. This is legit. No, like, and
I used to have.
What did you used to have?
Dang, what is it called? Is it Bowflex? Not Bowflex. There's like the machine, not the machine, there's like a weight that you can turn the knob to like increase the weight.
An adjusting weight, right? Like adjustable dumbbells or something?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's a very popular brand. I used to have those, but
Bowflex does have a brand of those, but so do a few.
Maybe
I don't have those.
It was expensive. It was like $300, and then I had to leave them in the U.S. because that's way too heavy to carry onto a plane.
Imagine.
You just farmers carry $300 again. Huh?
You just farmers carry them onto a plane, but it makes sense because like I don't know what I have, probably about 400 pounds of dumbbells there, so it's kind of the same thing, you know. But I'm a little bit old school with it. It takes up way more space. It's a pain in the ass. You have to have a rack and all that stuff. But I've had some of these things forever. Like, it's not like they're gonna just stop being iron weights at some point. Like,
it's a good investment.
Little bit like the adjustable ones. I worry that because there's a mechanical adjustment, when is that piece gonna break at some point? You know, like shifting. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how long that would last, and I don't want to be like lifting and have like a dumbbell fall out in my face or something. So
oh my god,
I'm like overly cautious. I think maybe it takes 10 years for that to happen, but I've been using all this stuff for longer than that. So you're like, first. I have nothing to say to that.
No, I don't. I'm not going to tell you not to be safe. So
well, thank you. No, you know what? I'm with you though. I'm now on board with the Aali lifts weights. Okay.
Yeah, I lift.
Aali lifts weights. You're legit. I also. Okay. Are there any other current events in actually your life right now that are happening? Is there something kicking in? Something that's happened?
No, not really.
Jesus Christ.
I've just been flying, streaming, and exercising.
How was Singapore? I've never been, so I'm interested to know.
Singapore was nice. It was beautiful. I loved it. It was like it's like you're living in a jungle. It's so nice. Yeah.
Living in a jungle.
They have like plants like I don't know what it's called. You know how they have vines and stuff, and it's like on the side of the houses, and just like everything is like within the. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just plants are everywhere, man.
Plants are everywhere, man. Got it.
Yeah. It looks like you're in a forest, pretty much. Like the plants are just eating the houses.
It's kind of cool, though. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like the idea of vines and stuff, like classic. It's a classic like English cottage has like green ivy kind of on it, or English ivy that grows up the side. This is probably like that to another level though, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I don't know. I have to Google it. English houses with green ivy.
This is why our conversations are so good. I'm like, here's the thing, and you're like, I never heard of that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, cool.
English houses.
Very cool. No, yeah, like a British cottage. Check it out.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, exactly.
It's like ivy across, but it's just, I would think, more jungle-ish because England isn't jungle-ish. You know, I have a current event that happened. I could talk about for me if you want to hear about me.
Yeah, we don't care. I'm just kidding. Yeah, tell me.
It was the solar eclipse. It passed where I am, so we had a total eclipse. I've never seen one before. I found it super, super interesting.
You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. Like we took the day off and went outside and like had chairs and stuff and just were chilling and had the glasses and watched
Oh,
it. It was like 2 hours basically from start to finish. It's kind of cool because it starts to seem like somebody took a bite out of the moon, or out of the sun, and
yeah.
eventually just like completely encapsulates it. And for, I feel like only for a few seconds is it really just like completely blocked. It got cold. It was like 10 degrees colder.
Oh,
It got dark, but also bright. Like the I don't know. I guess it's the disc around the part that's like blocking it. You know, you always have like the sun kind of around it. Got super
yeah.
super bright. It was like, wow, that's really strong, and yet it's dark out here. Street
Mm,
lamps came on because it was like dark enough that it was like nighttime.
yeah.
Birds stopped chirping, and I had a neighbor who came out uh, in a towel because I guess they were taking a shower or something, and then realized like, whoa, why is it getting dark outside? And they threw a towel on, came out bare feet, middle of the streets, and were like taking a picture of the sun. And I was like
Oh my
right
gosh.
directly in front of me. I took a picture of them. This is like, this is what you get.
Oh
How
my
dare you
gosh.
come out here in like the smallest towel in the world, dude? What are you doing? But hey, look, there isn't going to be another one like that around here for a long time. I think 200 years or something. So I get it.
Yeah.
He forgot he was taking a shower, 3 in the
Yeah.
afternoon, taking a shower. And
That's cool. Did you
yeah,
have to wear like certain glasses to look at
yes,
it?
yes, I did. Do you want to see them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me see what I can do. Give me 1 second. Pretty sure they're closed. Here we go. All right, we have the glasses. Whoa, I lost the thing that covers them. These are like cheapo ones though. They're just paper that I were got on Amazon, so they may or may not have worked. I can now see absolutely nothing.
Oh wow.
Am I looking at you? Like this is like
Yeah, it
pitch
looks like you
black.
are.
So yeah, it's kind of like being at a 3D movie in the 50s, but you can't see anything. But you can see the sun perfectly.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
cool.
can look straight at it and be like, "Oh wow, look at that!" And you see the moon like slowly taking it over, and then it goes the other way after it hits, and then it just like goes the other way.
Yeah.
Gotta
How
tell
long is
you,
it? 2 hours?
2 hours, yeah, just of like, it's, you see this tiny little bit breaking in, and then more, completely blocked, and then it goes the other way for another hour.
Jeez,
They said it was a total
that's a
eclipse
long
for a
time.
minute.
Oh, but he said I felt shorter than that.
I felt like the point where it was really just absolutely perfectly in sync was short. It felt like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could have saw it. I don't know what I was doing, but
Well, here's the thing though. You can, because there are total eclipses like all the time, but they're in different places. So
mm,
you fly all over the place, so you may be in a place that coincides with a eclipse. Just make sure you have the glasses though, or you'll go blind from looking at it.
yeah, I don't have it. You know what? Why not? Let's just go blind. You only live
Allie's
once.
like, we gotta go blind, man. You gotta go blind once in your life.
Yeah, right? I definitely want to see the, what is it, like auroras? Auroras?
Aurora Borealis,
Yeah, yeah, it's like the green. Or wait, is that what I'm talking about? Northern Lights? I don't know what
Northern
it's called.
Lights, yeah, Northern
Yeah,
Lights.
yeah, that's what it's called. Okay,
Aurora
cool.
Borealis, yeah.
Yeah,
I th-
yeah, I want to see that.
think that's what Borealis means, right? It's northern, and then there's like Aurora something else, which I think is the south, the Antarctica lights, and there might be some kind of lights, but no, northern one's the one we all know
Uh,
about. That you see in like
it's
old Coke commercials and stuff.
it's funny. Like, I think it was 2 years ago. There was a post on Instagram saying that we could see it from LA, and I was so excited. Not, I don't know anything about the Northern Lights. I was just like, oh my God, once a year we could finally see this. Told my boyfriend at the time, we got like burgers, like camped out, waited, and then we're like, wait, today's April 1st, huh? We realized it was an April Fool's joke.
That in
And I
SoCal.
was so excited. Yeah, I know, I know. I don't know anything about the Northern Lights, but I was like, oh my God. Like it's just, you know how the eclipse too, they're like, or even meteors, they're like, oh yeah, you can see it from here once in a lifetime thing. And I was like, oh my God, the lights are over here. And it's like very rare. So yeah.
That's look, I could see it. I could see you falling into it. This is why. This is what I'm talking about. It's why we need to like stay up on things a little bit more. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I didn't
uh,
know I never looked into the location of the Northern Lights.
I've become very dubious about everything at this point because you hear so many things. You people talk so much. There is so much information coming from so many different directions that I'm just like, I don't believe you already. And then I have to like prove that it's real after. So I think
Yeah.
that's why it's good to be like a little bit more up on stuff at some point or another.
That's how
Look,
I treat like celebrity gossip, honestly.
really, I don't even hear
Whenever people tell
celebrity
me,
gossip. No, wait,
uh,
please go. Whenever people tell you what.
no, just whenever people tell me anything about celebrities, I'm just like, okay, like, did the celebrity themselves say that? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, I don't believe it then. I'm like, unless it comes out of their mouth or unless they like address it, I'm not going to believe anything anyone says about anything.
That's
Cause like,
absolutely true. I think that's a valid way to think about things.
yeah, cause I'm like, the rumors can start very easily. But even celebrities can like lie and stuff. But I'm still like, if they want me to believe their lie, all right. But it has to come from them.
It's true. Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
think celebrities, if anybody, lie all the time, and for different reasons. I like to think about it,
Mm.
and like politicians too, right? Like there
Oh yeah.
are positive and negative reasons to lie, but it's still lying. Uh,
Hmm.
but I think there comes a point where I find this is a hard topic in a way. Like I try to put myself into the other person's shoes if I can and be like, what are they doing? Like, for example, when I was working out yesterday, I was listening to, I like to put on other workout stuff. There's a channel called Renaissance Periodization. And it's a weightlifting channel essentially. And this dude is a PhD in sports science and talks about, hey, this is how you lift. And he makes a lot of silly jokes and stuff and also does critiques of celebrity workouts. Sorry, you seem
Why is it called Renaissance?
I
Like
have
why
no
is that
idea
in the
why they
title?
chose Renaissance. Maybe it's like a new like saying this is the renaissance of periodization workouts. Do you know what periodization
Oh,
is too? Like
okay.
it's a kind of workout technique or like a kind of
Yeah.
yes- I'm not going to pretend like I'm not a PhD in exercise science. So but you know what periodization is and I'm not going to start talking about it. This is going to go off on a tangent, but he was watching John Cena's workout and sometimes they do critiques of that where it's like here's the celebrity workout and then you don't see the celebrity doing that workout and it's just their so-called trainer and they're like we had them do pull downs or and it's like why'd you do
Yeah.
8 lat exercises. So in this case though it's actually John Cena. He's squatting like 600 pounds and he's legit, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
So it's cool, but
It's
there's
John
there's
Cena.
a thing with
Sorry, I had
no,
to.
please go. You can. This is. I don't know why I'm rambling. I talk more. I think when it's our conversation. I don't know. That's why I wanted you back. I'm like, finally, I could say something. No, you're better at conversation, I think, than some people. But
Oh, thanks.
to try to get to my long rambling story to the end is like this. There's a point in this video where he sees John Cena talking to Howard Stern. And Howard Stern's like, so have you ever done steroids or anything like that? And he says, no, I didn't do that. I started where he switches to the story of when I was a kid, I got bullied and I was crying all day and I was a skinny little kid and I decided I was going to get strong and that's how I ended up here. But like,
Mm.
this is a guy who's almost 50. He's totally huge and shredded, has lots of vascular veins all over the place that only exist. It's like, well, probably that's not true and he's a professional wrestler, but what's he supposed to say? This is what it's Mike is the person who runs Renaissance Periodization. He's like, what's he supposed to say? Is he supposed to say yes on the radio? Yes, I committed a crime and took illegal drugs. Like, no. This is a stupid question to ask somebody on a talk show, really. Unless you're either like you're a jerk and you just want to get these people in trouble, or you don't really understand the legal ramifications there. This guy's
Yeah.
this guy's part of a huge organization. The first thing he's going to do is lie about this, and he doesn't really have a lot of choice. So take it back to that conversation. I feel like celebrities, politicians, if you just tell the absolute truth all the time, particularly a politician situation, how many people are just going to misinterpret what you're saying? Like, okay, it's the end of the world. You know, if you don't downplay lots of stuff. And then, of course, things can get corrupt and it's a terrible scenario. But, you know, what are you supposed to do? If you were in somebody's position like this, a celebrity, politician or whatever, what would you do? Would you tell the truth anyway? Or, I don't know, what are you thinking? And also...
Sorry, I'm trying to get the last bit. Let me
that
just
was
myself really
amazing,
quickly.
though. Like, your timing is so good.
Sorry.
What would you do, Aali?
Sorry.
That's a clip. That's a clip. We're taking a clip. We're clipping it. Okay,
that's good. That's a good clip. That I can share. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna say when I do become famous,
Yeah.
I would probably need like someone to change or like write what things that I should say because I am too honest. Like I'm too brutally honest. So that I wouldn't get into trouble, I would definitely need to hire someone to like, you know, like have a good what is it called? Publicity team?
Yeah. Usually it's a publicist.
Publicist, yeah.
Sometimes it's public relations person or that kind of stuff where they're just like, hey, this is what you need to say.
Yeah.
I was listening to Tim Dillon talk about that too. He was just saying a lot of the people who are big famous actors are pretty, he called them banal people, or like really kind of plain individuals who are just like, they're good at acting, they are good looking, and they have people to just be like, hey, if you say this and do this and you go to this party and you be here, like kind of like work it so that you will do well in the industry. And they're just like kind of plain people. And all this other stuff, like you said, celebrity gossip is more for us than it is for them. It's just to keep the heat going kind of thing.
Yeah. I know a lot of like celebrities lie about relationships and stuff too. Pretend like they're dating this person and
that's classic.
Right?
They've been doing that since the 50s, you know? Like, that was a thing. Like, look, they've been spotted together.
Right?
And they're like, literally,
it's Jessica Alba and Jessica Biel.
Couple of Jessicas. Two Jessicas.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Oh my God. And there's Jessica Simpson.
Are we seeing double? Both Jessicas? Triple. Jessica Simpson came?
Yeah, triple.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm into it now.
You have a thing for Jessica Simpson?
Not at all. Actually, I was watching a movie with Jessica Biel in it yesterday. I always liked Jessica Biel, actually.
I don't even know who that is. I mean, I do know who that is, but I can't picture her in my head right now. Does she have like a wide face? Like she has like a wide smile, right?
Wide smile, yeah. Wide smile.
Yeah, okay. I know who I picked then. Yeah. I think
it was because she was in an Adam Sandler movie. And she doesn't have a lot of clothes in one particular scene. And I was like, I like Jessica Biel now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, her, Jessica Biel.
I think that was she looked like she was in incredible shape. I'm always impressed with that. I'm sorry, what?
She's married to Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's right. They have kids and stuff. So like, look, it's never gonna happen. I'm married. Sorry, Jessica.
Sorry, Jessica.
Yeah, that's all fine. It's all fine. Don't worry. But like, look, I thought she was in good shape. I'm always impressed with that. It's difficult to have a physique that's camera ready and stuff. I'm always kind of impressed with people who make this kind of effort where she found a balance between things. She's also been like a few different kinds of being in shape. So yeah, like sometimes she's shredded. Sometimes she's got more bulk. Sometimes she's done all these different things. And I'm like, man, the diet, the workouts, plus you're getting ready for a role, gotta be hard.
Yeah. Even I try to do that stuff. And I'm like, fuck it, man. It's insane. It's too much. My gosh. Like I try to do, like my streams, like my Just Dance streams, I want to look nice when I stream, but then it's like I gotta eat before. And then once you eat, you get like bloated and stuff, so you don't look as good as when like we first wake up. It's like best to like. Plus, it's really good to exercise, you know, without anything in your system, like no food in your stomach or anything. Like you burn more. Like it's better for your body when you exercise that way. But like I can't do it. I gotta eat. and then I eat and I drink throughout the stream. But it's like for films and stuff, it's like even if you drink water, if you're skinny, it's like you get bloated. So like like the stuff that they do, it's like kudos.
That's absolutely true. Like Henry Cavill in
Yeah,
the first Man of Steel movie.
she looked
This
amazing.
he looked perfect, basically perfect Superman. And it's
Right?
not, believe it or not, it's not easy to look like actual Superman from drawings. So
Right?
it was
Yeah.
incredible. But he talked about that. He was like, "Yeah, I was so dehydrated. It's the worst scene. You feel the worst and look the best." Like that's
Yeah.
bodybuilding too, right? Think about that, where it's like you can see
Hmm.
every muscle. Like those guys are about to die. Then
Yeah.
they drink water and they're okay again. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they have strokes and stuff. But, so be careful. But no, you're looking good. I actually trolled through your Instagram a little more. I saw you were dressed as Robin at some point, and I was like, "This is a sexy
Oh
pose.
yeah,
This is a pretty sexy pose." Like I always making it happen over here.
yeah.
So
Thanks. Yeah, yeah.
congrats.
It was for Halloween, I think.
I hope so.
Well, yeah, I
No,
can cosplay.
true. I forget that people do that. I never did that, so that's probably why.
Yeah. I'm planning on cosplaying more soon.
Oh,
I
really?
definitely want to.
What would
I
you
found
be?
a website. Um, I want to dress up as like Zelda
Fair.
and Link. Why not? Why not be a boy? Who cares? I was
Seems like
Robin, so
It seems like you're really into Zelda. I've seen you playing Breath of the Wild, I'm pretty sure, on Twitch.
yeah, man. I still haven't finished. I've been playing it for so long.
Hey, you're busy though. You're busy.
Yeah. And then like I want to do if I feel like if I were to stream just one thing, I would definitely finish the game by now. But like I like to dance, I like to draw, and I like to game. So I'm like doing each one every other day.
Your dance
But
streams are long. It's a lot of dancing. I'm impressed with
I
your
know.
physical abilities there.
I know, I'm surprised I'm not like more ripped. But yeah. I really love the dancing streams. But that one's definitely a lot of cardio.
There might be a diet thing there. You know what I mean? That tends to be the thing.
Diet.
If you're struggling with being more ripped, it's usually like some small thing in the diet. But I
Yeah, it's
can't help
probably
you.
all
I'm
the
not a
alcohol
pro.
I drink.
Yeah,
I
there it is.
am an alcoholic, so maybe that's what it is.
So,
No,
yeah,
I just
we established that last time. You are definitely
yeah, yeah. No, I think it's because I've been eating like a lot of like sweets. Not like sweets, but like yeah, sweets. I've been eating a lot of bread and stuff too.
right.
So like whenever I eat that kind of stuff, it always goes straight to my stomach and my thighs. So
True.
that's
Bread,
like
you're screwed if you have bread.
yeah. But it's like avocado toast, so good. So
Well,
good.
you're doing good. Honestly, if you're just doing your best and you look good, I think that's probably good enough. Well, I don't know. It depends on what your goals
But
are. What's
I
your
want to look
goals?
amazing. I want to look unreal. Like I want someone to be like, "What the fuck is she even? Is that AI?" You know? Like I want to look weird,
Got it.
but like normal, but like weird. You know? Like
I know what you
different,
mean. Like,
like an
holy shit,
alien.
this person is this is crazy good. Like, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But I just literally just have
Well,
those two things to cut out of my diet: just sugar and then bread, and
yeah,
then I'm good.
sugar, bread, and booze.
No, that's not happening.
Okay.
That is not happening. And I actually went a whole year
Jeez.
without drinking alcohol, and I didn't even lose. Nothing changed in my body. So
Did you still eat
I
lots of
don't think
sugar and bread?
I ate no, I didn't. Did I?
If you have to say did I, then you did. You did.
I did. I wasn't eating sugar. Like now, I'm eating more like pastries and stuff here in Dubai.
Okay.
Like, because I want to try everything. Because I'm like, oh, I'm in a new country. Let me try this. But now I'm like
Hmm.
getting bored of it. Because I'm like, all right, everything tastes the same. But like, I'm going to Japan and South Korea soon. I might like indulge
Nice.
in that stuff too. But
You do. You have to some degree. And Japan,
yeah.
it is the best sushi. And like you're from LA, and the second best sushi I had was in LA.
Oh really?
The best is in Japan, and there can be it could be even a rivalry depending on what you're talking about. So,
So they have
but
vegetarian sushi in Japan?
they don't really have that. I don't think. I mean, there's ones that are egg, and I know you don't really do egg either.
Ugh. Yeah.
So you
No,
probably
thank
can't
you.
have it. But like that's I keep forgetting that you mostly do vegan. Um,
Yeah.
there is, but it's gonna be impossible to do. And all the main foods, even like ramen, is like oftentimes a pork
I know.
base, and there's usually an egg in it. So there's that.
I can live with eggs.
All
Like
their
I'll
famous
survive with
stuff.
eggs, but I'm not gonna. I don't eat eggs every day. But
Even
like I'll survive.
okay, okay, because like even onigiri is usually has something inside like fish or something. The rice is on the
I
outside.
don't even know what that is.
So how are you even gonna eat? I don't know. But hey, good luck.
What was that word you said? You said onigiri.
Yeah, onigiri. It's Onigiri.
Onigiri.
It's like a rice ball, and usually there's something in the
Oh,
middle.
oh
You could probably do plum
yeah.
ones, plum onigiri.
Oh, there's something inside of this? I always saw it in anime, and I'm like, they're just eating a giant thing of rice. Like, okay. Oh, there's something
And a
inside.
lot of times there's a seaweed around the outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it can be a triangle shape or just a ball.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to go to Japan. I have a flight on my roster twice. I have South Korea
Ooh.
twice and Japan twice.
Well, how long do you get to actually be there?
It's 24 hours, but then I get to go back again, So technically 48 hours in total in the month.
Okay, crazy. Well,
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite spots. It's one of my favorite spots. Japan, really, Japan, California, and some of the spots in Europe are they're my favorites. So like, yeah, it's where I've been the most. I love it. Huge fan. You're going to be in Tokyo, I assume?
Mhm.
Well, there you go. It'll be a fun 24 hours. But pick a thing.
Yeah.
There's like so much to do. 24 hours is not a long time. Like pick the
Yeah.
thing you want to do in that time and do those things, because you could be wandering, and it's a mega city, so it's kind of like what do I even do? And a lot of things look the same. You're like, where even am I? Yeah. Anyway, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun.
I'll figure it out. I've saved a lot of posts about Tokyo.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, I was talking about something else before this and I totally forgot.
Yeah,
Like,
me
it
too.
wasn't meant to.
We were talking about you wanted to look incredible. I asked you what your goals were, and that was one thing you said. You want to look like some kind of freak, so that when people see you, they're like, "Whoa, who is this?"
And then
Billionaires just send you money.
that'd be cool.
That would be. I didn't even talk about current events yet, though. Should we get into it?
Oh yeah. Let's get into it.
Do you
I'm
want
not gonna
to?
remember anything?
I'm down
Yeah,
with
why not?
I'm down with chatting with you regardless. So it's like, it's
I feel
fine.
like even if you mention one current event, it's gonna turn into something else. So
you and I get off on tangents. People have to get used to that. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. But like, no,
that sounds weird.
I'll say this again. What sounds weird?
That we get off on tangents.
Well, I think that's
oh
you.
my god, a tangent.
No.
Yeah.
So that's another clip. This is my problem. I think stupid things are funny, and everybody else is like, "Why did he clip this?" But
stupid things are funny.
I think so. Okay, the reason why I got really into this was because you sent me the Instagram account of Nick Jackson, which is anybody who's trying to follow
his
this.
name?
NIICK Jackson. Did you not look at the account name? It's literally Nick Jackson.
I have no idea.
Like,
whenever he pops up on my feed, I'm like, who is? Oh yeah. Even today, I was like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it's that guy.
He does the
60 I know his face.
second
I don't know his name.
news recap. Well, this is why I'm hosting. This is why I'm hosting.
That's
okay.
Good.
Yeah, he does the news wrap up. He's inspired. These topics are inspired a lot by him. Some are not, but I was looking through that and I was like, since you've at least seen these clips, probably because you sent them to me. I'm assuming you saw them.
Yeah.
Did you?
I saw them. Yes.
Or are you just celebrity lying right now?
I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I did.
Okay, you did. Cool. So this is the first topic. I'll start with something soft. Okay. Don't make a joke about soft. So.
It wasn't.
Okay. It seemed like you. I thought you might. Okay. Yeah. So Band-Aids apparently have a cancer-causing chemical in them. Do you use Band-Aids from time to time, or what's your story?
I used the Band-Aid like 2 days ago. So now I have cancer?
Apparently.
No wonder.
That's what happened.
That sucks. What the heck?
That's what we heard. So why? Who knows? But apparently they have it. It got found out, so now they're gonna have to like retool what they use, I guess, in their adhesive or whatnot like that.
Like all Band-Aids or like the brand Band-Aid?
I
That's a
don't
brand, right?
I don't know. That is a brand, but I
Yeah,
would,
yeah.
and
Okay, good.
it was the brand Band-Aid, but I'm going to assume that a lot of brands use a similar compound. And honestly, this is the thing with all of this stuff, I think you have to take headlines with a grain of salt because
Yeah.
nobody wants to hear like, "Oh, yeah, tons of things can possibly cause cancer or are not necessarily good for you or whatever." But if you put a headline that's like Band-Aids are going to kill you, then people are like, what do you mean? And then it's like, oh yeah, there's this thing they use it and the adhesive's not that great for you. And if you wear 50 million Band-Aids in 2 years,
Yeah.
you might get cancer. You know, it ends up being
It's
less
fine then. Yeah, yeah.
bad, but sometimes it is bad. So you kind of have to be like, okay, do I use them? I don't really use Band-Aids often, so I should be okay.
I thought you were gonna say you don't use band-aids. I was gonna say like, what do you cover your cuts with? Like,
Like, I don't get a lot of cuts, first thing. And oftentimes I don't get cuts that are in some necessity to need a band-aid. Do you know what I mean?
lucky.
Like, this is
You're
like a
lucky.
scratch. Or are you clumsy and you stumble into things a lot and get it?
Clumsy. I'm not even. The aircraft is dangerous. All right, it is dangerous. Be careful. Even when kids are like in the galley, I'm just like, dude, get the out of here. Like, what do you do? I injure myself. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, oh my god, I
I
hate
gotta,
it. Like, I literally was just pushing like a cart, and there's like a little hump in the carpet for like, so there's like a storage for the cart. So I had to put the cart there, but like the hump was like in the way, so I tried to like push it, and I was doing it. I wasn't even like forcing it. I was pushing it very, very lightly, pushing it very lightly. It finally went over, and then my finger got caught in between the parts. So yeah, so like
uh,
now my finger isn't like horrible. You can just
oh
barely see
yeah.
it, but
Wait, let
yeah.
me,
But I, you want to like
yeah.
zoom in on it? It's nothing horrible, really. It's just
Okay.
I'm like flipping off.
You are straight up flipping us off. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I
I
don't
see it.
know.
We
I can't
see it. We
really.
saw it.
Yeah, yeah. But it's just like it's like a grove. Like it's like a kind of like it's not like a scratch. You know,
Yeah, you got like an indentation because you
yeah.
got caught between two things. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah, man, it hurt. That really
Whoa.
hurt. And I pulled it back to like pull my finger out. I couldn't pull it back, and then it went back in.
Ah.
It was hilarious. And then after I did that, my one of the girls that were in the galley, she was like, "Can you answer the call bell?" I was like, "I'm dying. Like, can I take care of my finger first?" Jesus.
She's like, go get the bell.
Yeah, she was like, "There's a call bell." My gosh, that was like the most
Can you stop
infuriating
being
flight.
clumsy for a minute and go get the call bell?
Yeah, I'm like, they can wait. Let me put a band-aid on. Even like the supervisor called me. She was like, "Hey, there's call bells. Can you answer them?" I'm like, "Can I put the band-aid on my finger?
Wow, it sounds like you
Like,
had
can
a
I take care
stressful
of my
time.
finger?" Yeah, it was. It was very stressful. It was just so funny. I'm just like, does nobody care? Like,
I don't think
I
they
need to
do.
take care of myself. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, do
Yeah,
you have
not
a
at the
boo boo?
time.
Can you answer the call bell, please?
Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, I'll just do that with my skin hanging off and then just serve them drinks. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, bleed
nice.
on them.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
Okay,
it was
well,
funny.
that's hilarious. I'm sorry you got hurt, though. I'm sorry you got hurt.
Yeah, it was no biggie really. It was just
Okay.
like I needed to take care of that, or else it would have looked very disgusting, to like walk around
It
the
was.
aircraft
Like
like
when you
that.
were flipping us off earlier, I was like, ah, gross.
I mean, it looks better now that it's healing.
Cool.
But yeah.
Well, congrats on the healing. And also too bad for the injury thing. But I
It's
could
all
see
good
that
now.
happening a lot on a plane, right? Like there's especially that
Oh
cart.
my
Well, the cart,
god, my
I'm bigger, so the
we
cart
have
hits me.
we have boiling hot water. So we make teas and coffees, and this water is hot as fuck. Like it's so hot, okay? My friend burned herself twice. Her leg, she had the water on her leg. Like, oh my god, it looks so gross. Skin, it's just like it was just gross. They literally had to wheel her off in a wheelchair. And then
What?
yeah, but she healed up in like maybe 3 weeks or so. They gave her like ointment and stuff, and she took care of her leg. But then she burned herself again, and it's like the side of her finger, and I'm just like, oh my god, and it's just like it's a huge. It's just oh my goodness. So yeah, we can get injured very easily. There's carrying very heavy things or handling very hot things, and people pass through the galley like nothing is gonna happen. It's like, dude, like there's danger. Everything here is dangerous. Like you don't
There's
know how much
danger.
people are getting injured. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
seriously, man.
man.
Especially when the kids, man. I'm just like, oh my God, whose toddler is this? Some people leave their kids unattended. I'm just
Yeah.
like, whose toddler is this? Like,
Whose
they could get
toddler is
injured.
this?
Yeah. They're
Dude,
just walking around.
I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I'm not into any of that. You got to do what you got to do. But no,
Yeah.
I'm sort of surprised too, because it's like, especially the way you said it, like, they gave her some ointment, she was fine. It just took like 3
Yeah.
weeks of burning, and it was all
Yeah.
good. She was just half burned. It's fine. So be
gross, man.
careful. Be careful, okay, Allie? Just chill. Look out for toddlers. Don't run them over.
I literally was pushing that thing so slowly because I knew that once it goes over that hump, it's
It's
probably
gonna,
go fast.
yeah.
I literally pushed it so slowly and then still took me with it. I was like, what the heck?
Sometimes it's destiny. Sometimes it's destiny to get your fingers jammed, I guess.
Apparently.
Okay. You know what? There's another thing. I was thinking about something we talked about last time. Remember you were talking about phone scams right at the beginning? A friend of yours got scammed a million times. But also you answered your phone and they were like, oh, we actually going to refund you some money, right? And they did. It was like Uber or some kind of DoorDash or something like that.
Kareem. It's called Kareem out here.
Kareem. So there you go. Wow. So that's it. There's always different apps in every place. So it is what it is. So, okay. All of that. And we talked about that and I saw a phone scam thing. It said that there's a phone scam where you get a call and they ask, can you hear me? And of course the automatic answer is like, oh yeah, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. The yes, they record you saying yes. Use your voice later for all other like voice-based confirmation stuff to try to scam you, like voice-based systems. And so don't answer your phone. Remember I said I don't answer my phone? You can't text me. There's no dual notification thing. If you get a thing, oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You don't know who the number is. You don't know the person. Don't answer. Don't say anything. That's all I'm saying. What do you think about this?
I get deliveries. I have to answer.
Your phone?
Yeah. They call. They call to make sure I'm at my apartment before they come to deliver my package.
I assume you're expecting this on that day and around that time though, right?
They give a time frame. Yeah. They give a certain amount of days.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nobody calls for that. Why would they have to call you?
Because it's just set up differently here.
Fair.
So if you're not at the apartment for like Emirates crew, then either they'll leave it in the mail room, and then they'll need your ID.
What?
Why'd you say it like that?
No, I'm just starting to. It's dawning on me. That's why it's dawning on me why it's a big deal that you. I was like, oh, it's your job that's sort of causing you to have to get these deliveries, these packages, and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why
it's
they
just
call
such a
you.
long. It was very long. Watch, you're gonna play it over, and you're gonna be like, yeah, that was kind of long.
It was meditative. It was like 2 seconds. Like 1,000 to 1,000 done.
Okay, sure.
There, done. It was longer.
Okay.
It was for sure longer now that we count it.
A little bit longer, yeah.
It was a little longer.
It's funny.
Okay. Well, look, don't answer your phone. And if someone says, can you hear me? Don't say anything to that. You could be like, Just do like a grunt or a noise.
Uh-huh.
Like, who is this? Anything but yes. Don't say yes. Because then one of these like voice-based AI systems or whatever, you can just use it as yes. Or it's a scare tactic. Sorry,
that's so
go.
Weird. What? I wasn't.
You just said it's so weird?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. That's good commentary, Allie. I'm happy. We got that.
That's
clip.
Weird.
We're going to put that on a clip. Holy crap.
Nice.
Tight. That's tight.
Do the ad libs.
Okay. So how about this? This is an interesting one. Now we're starting getting into some interesting current events. We've heard about this for a lot of years, actually. The woolly mammoth. They've found preserved woolly mammoths in ice. And so they actually have the DNA of woolly mammoth. We are at the stage scientifically where we can, I'm saying we, scientists who actually know what they're doing, can bring the woolly mammoth back from extinction.
Fucking knew it. That's so stupid. Why would they do that?
Tell me your feelings.
Why would they do that? Can it even survive?
It's basically similar to an elephant.
Really?
Yeah. It's basically the same
But, like-
thing. They just had hair, big hair, and they're some of them are a little bigger. Some of them aren't even as big. Did you know that? I thought a woolly mammoth was like double the size of an elephant because when I was a kid, they had a giant thing at like the zoo that was a woolly mammoth statue, and I was like, that's big.
Isn't the woolly mammoth that like? Yeah, it's like an ice age, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Like I feel like it just would not survive well in the planet, today the way it is now.
You think
Unless
so?
they genetically modify it so that it could. I mean, the way I don't know, it's just the way the planet was before versus now. I feel like a lot has changed. You can't just bring something back and it's like the environment's completely different. They not survive.
Went extinct before.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that mean now might be better?
What did they have to like?
The ice age.
Change? Yeah, but wouldn't they have to change to?
I think that was the problem. Is
like
that
you would have to.
They weren't ready for the ice age. Like they're a herbivore, right? So now I think it would probably be easier. Like the way an elephant can survive, I think they could survive.
I don't know. I just feel like the atmosphere is just horrible now.
Oh yeah?
It's crazy polluted. I feel like the plants aren't the same as whatever they're eating back then. Who knows? I don't know.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but I don't know. They're doing that. But did you know it's not just that? It's not just the woolly mammoth. They are also aiming to bring back the dodo bird and the Tasmanian tiger. Do you know a Tasmanian tiger? It's an Australian animal.
I vaguely remember it.
I once
I've heard
saw
of it, but I can't.
Old Steve Irwin. Do you know the crocodile hunter?
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, he showed a Tasmanian tiger once, and it's cool. It's like a cool little beast. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a cool little beast. So, and then the dodo bird. You know the dodo bird? It's like a big-headed bird. Yeah, they died a long time ago. So they can bring back all three of these things. But you seem like really unhappy about the mammoth. What are your thoughts there? I mean, like we have zoos, right? Like an animal can be kept, alive pretty well. I don't think dying is its main thing. Like you didn't have the same reaction to dodo bird and Tasmanian tiger as you did for woolly mammoth. So I'm wondering, what's your aversion to that specifically?
I mean, I don't really know much about Tasmanian tigers, honestly, or dodo birds. I don't know much about those either. But mammoth is like, come on, what?
You're a scholar on mammoths?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like, I just could not see that.
Is it kind of like a Jurassic Park scenario where you're worried about like dinosaurs coming back to life?
Oh my God, imagine. I was literally watching Jurassic Park before we started.
Were you?
That's funny.
Which one?
It's on right now. I think the first one.
The very first Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how far in were you?
There was running and screaming, so
That's
I'm thinking
part of every.
No, but like it just started. No. And then the scientist was explaining like what he did, and then the woman, this is so fucking wrong. Like what? Like, are you crazy? Like is that part?
I get it.
I was like getting prepared and stuff while it was playing. So I don't remember. So I wasn't fully paying attention. I just know the kids were. Yeah. I think it was just when it broke out.
It's just starting to pop
like
off.
The kids were happy, and then all of a sudden they were screaming. So
got it. So it was all good, then things go poorly.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fun. Jurassic Park.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I have a hot take, I think, on that. Like when I re-watch it, I don't still find it to be like the greatest movie ever. Like when it came out, it was, and like the graphics was new back when Jurassic Park came out. So like seeing a graphic dinosaur that was pretty good was impressive. but now it's kind of like, okay, well, these people, let's be real, like how did you
Yeah.
there's like a couple dinosaurs, and it's mostly just
Ah,
like kicking the crap out of these kids. Somebody like doesn't
right?
like kids who made this movie. It was Steven Spielberg, I
Maybe.
guess. Yeah,
I was just looking at Jeff Goldblum. I was like, ooh,
he was pretty dope in that one. is it
right? Have you
is it
seen The Fly?
I
The Fly, right?
have, yes. He's
That was crazy.
Brundlefly, is that it, or is it Grundlefly? I can't remember. His name is Dr. Brundle or Grundle in that one.
Oh, I don't
Anyway,
know. I wasn't paying attention to the name. I just know it was disgusting. Totally
I,
grossed me out. I was like, ugh.
it's a gross movie. Yeah, there's parts of it that are pretty nasty, I find.
Yeah.
It's like a horror movie. It's a classic movie. The black and white movie, The Fly, actually.
Oh,
Originally. Yeah.
I haven't seen the black and white version.
I have seen some of it, but like, how much time in a day? Let's put it that way. But no, it's a classic old
Never
horror
finished
movie.
it. Yeah.
It's funny, in the
I don't
black and
know.
white days, they did used to have a lot of horror stuff. And like, we think we do horror
Mhm.
now, but like they did a lot of horror movies and monster movies. So they were, I don't know, they loved it.
Yeah. I feel like our movies now aren't too scary, honestly. It's like mainly ghosts and stuff,
Hmm.
spirits.
Or just
Like
gore kind of
Annabelle.
stuff. I didn't
Yeah.
see it. I don't really
Or
watch
demons.
any horror movies.
You don't? Yeah, they're
No.
not too good.
You're not into them
They're
either?
more like jump scares.
Hmm.
Like it's not like I don't know how. Oh my god, you should watch. How do you not watch horror movies? But you should watch. What is it? Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
My friend Taylor his name's not Taylor Complains. Taylor Perez. He has a podcast called Taylor Complains, and his Instagram channel is all horror movie like reviews. He gives it like a 7.5 or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He talked about this, and he was like, "This is fun. It's a good time." But I really watch pretty much zero, next to zero horror movies, because it's just never. I'm just never into it. I want all the people to die right away. Because I'm like, these people are
Watch
dumb.
Winnie the Pooh.
I don't like them. Winnie the Pooh,
It's hilarious.
maybe I'll get into it.
It's
Tell
just
me.
like I don't know. It's just stupid. It's so stupid.
What's the premise?
What was it even about? I think we watched it. We're just like, what did I just watch? It's just okay. So what's his name? Christopher Robin or something?
Yeah, that's the kid.
So he befriended the creatures in the forest, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll be here forever." And then I think he left to college or something, and then they're like went crazy, and they started killing people. And then he came back, and they were murdered. Yeah, because they were like, I don't know, people treated them weird or something like that. I don't know why they were so murderous. But yeah, I think it was because like, oh, they needed food. I think Christopher Robin was like bringing them food and stuff too. And then because he left, they didn't have any food, so then they started killing people. But it was just crazy.
Okay.
Some parts are like you're just like, what was the point? Like you're just showing us her boobs. Like it was just completely stupid. This movie is so stupid.
Well, that sounds like a horror movie I could get behind a little bit, because when it's a bit goofy, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Whatever, it is what it is. But when there is random nudity, when there's weird scenarios, I kind of like that, because it's like, okay, we're not taking things too seriously. There's like a yeah. When it's a serious horror movie but everybody's dumb, I can't take it. Like, this is real, guys. I'm so scared of this dude who's trying to kill us. Like, yeah, just shoot him in the face. Like, now you won. Oh, look, there's 7 of you and 1 of him. What are we gonna do? I hate that. But he's scary. Stop running and falling then, and turn around and stab him in the neck.
What is it? What is the movie? The movie with like the killer, he just walks. All he's doing is walking. People are running away from him.
It's Jason probably, or Michael Myers.
No, Michael Myers. Yeah, I think he's just walking. He's just walking the entire time, and somehow he ends up killing people.
I think, yeah. How do you even get away? How do you not get away? You have to manage to fall down. Here's the thing. Sometimes they attack them. I've seen some of the Jason ones and some of I've seen Halloween. Like, it's not like they're bad, necessarily. They get bad over time and it becomes goofy, which is kind of fun. But the idea with those, I kind of understand. at least you have to have somebody do something against them and have it not work. Because I've seen, I think Jason gets like stabbed with a pitchfork and hit with lots of different stuff, but he's like a demon. And same with Michael Myers. He's like demonized or something. So he got taken over by a demon. So none of the physical stuff stops him. So it's more like a unstoppable force that comes at you after a while. So I can kind of get behind the concept. But when it's just, there's a psycho and they're kind of, you know, it's like, it's an old woman and they're crazy. Or it's like, oh, it's a little girl. Isn't she scary? I'm like, no. Kick that little girl.
No. Oh my God. Have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
I don't think so. No, I haven't seen it, but I've heard the name so many times. I believe I've seen it. What's it about?
It's about a cabin in the woods.
Aali,
It literally
Aali,
is. It's literally about a cabin in the woods. Okay,
don't
so
do this.
there's this.
Tell me
What
the
is it, college
premise
students?
of the movie.
Literally, I'm literally going to tell you right now.
Okay, fine.
So they're college students. They're going to a cabin, which is in the woods. And then they're like, oh, let's go into the basement. And they find little things in the basement. And each little thing like unlocks a different kind of monster. And they all pick a little thing that unlocks a monster. And then throughout the movie, they all get killed by those things.
It's kind of cool, though.
Monsters. And then you should definitely watch it. But like, there's also something going on like underground. They find it, and it's just all the monsters are there. And there's like, I don't want to give everything away.
Okay, don't give it up. But I get the premise. These people go to a cabin in the woods. They find some stuff in the basement. It unlocks monsters. Chaos.
And it's just so gory. I think Chris Hemsworth is in it too.
Oh, okay. When he was like younger or something.
Yeah. I think like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something. I don't know. It's not too old, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But yeah. It's cool. You should watch it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not that into horror movies. You like horror movies?
Yeah, I like watching them, but I don't really get scared by them.
I don't think any of it's scary. What was the last time you were actually scared by a movie?
I don't think I've ever been scared by a movie, actually.
Ever?
Never.
You didn't watch like a horror movie when you were a kid? Yeah.
Well, my memory when I was a kid, dude, I don't even remember anything. I do not remember.
Ali's childhood has been repressed.
Yeah.
This is a red flag. I have no memories of childhood. I remember being 20 years old, and that's it.
I remember school stuff. I don't remember like movies.
I see.
I remember the first time I saw like nudity on TV.
Oh snap! When was that?
It was when one of my the stepmoms my dad was dating. She was like letting us watch Don't Be a Menace in South Central by drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah.
And we thought it was the clean version. And then there was a scene where they're at a barbecue or something, and there's people like having sex. And then we saw that.
Nice.
And I was like, what is this? Where's the clothes? No, I was just like, why are they blending together? Like, I didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Oh, that's cool though. That's a funny movie though. It's sort of like the scary movie of all of those like urban movies essentially. Where I saw all those movies when I was a kid too. So that's fun. That's fun. Yeah. South Central. Menace to Society. Title. Don't be a because it's like 10 different movies. Don't be a and then drinking your juice. That's hilarious.
Oh, Juice is the movie
Juice with Tupac.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Menace to Society, South Central, Boys in the Hood. These are all movies by themselves, but they're serious movies with like about the gang violence in Los Angeles or wherever.
I think I've seen Menace to Society and Juice. I don't know if I've seen Boys in the Hood or
Juice. Yeah. No, Juice was Tupac. Janet Jackson and Tupac, right? Or okay, yeah.
Wait, was it Janet Jackson? I know it has Tupac. I don't remember.
Or was that a different movie with Tupac? Because he's in a movie with
it's
Janet
Juice.
Jackson. Okay.
That's the one I've seen.
Granted.
I do not watch many black films, but I've seen that one.
Okay.
Every time people talk to me about. Every time people try to talk to me about like the movies I've seen, like any black person that mentions it, they revoke my black card.
Really?
Because I haven't seen any of them. No.
Okay. Is it not your style?
Yeah, it's just not. I grew up more so on like Jackie Chan, Jet Li, like
They're my favorites.
those movies. Yeah.
Jackie Chan and Jet
So
Li. You have no idea how many of those movies. I've watched all of those movies. Every single one of them. Why were you into that though? Like, you like martial arts movies or martial arts in
my
general?
dad was into that.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
So
That
I
makes
was kind of
sense.
stuck watching it, but
Did you like them?
yeah. Yeah, they were good. I really liked Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
That was more like a love story kind of thing. Was that Ang Lee was the director? I think maybe.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, that yeah, I saw them. It's been a while, but that was a like a tragic love story. But also there's kung fu.
Yeah. I don't even know what happened in it. I didn't couldn't, I was a kid, so I didn't really understand what was happening, but I just know Lee Bai. That's all I know.
Lee
um,
By. That's so
I need to
crazy.
watch it again.
I think
Yeah.
was it Yun Woo Ping, I think might have been the choreographer for that. There's
Oh.
famous choreographer from like the 90s, early 2000s. He's probably from the 80s actually, just to be fair. He worked with Jackie Chan in China a lot, but most of the big movies of Jet Li, like Once Upon a Time in China, and they called it Twin Dragons in Chinese. I think it's Tai Chi Master. It's where him and his buddy come from the Shaolin Temple, and they go in two different directions, kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're all choreographed by Yun Wo Ping, and The Matrix also was choreographed by him.
Oh
So all those
wow.
fight scenes and stuff, yeah.
I hate
So
Tai Chi.
tell me, that just came out of
That's
nowhere.
something else I was forced to learn as a kid.
Really?
Tai Chi. Yeah, like what the heck? I want to go outside and play with Barbies. Like, what are you doing teaching me Tai Chi?
It's usually more for like the older folks generally. Like it's like you get a you're a bit beat up, so but you want to keep moving, so you do
Yeah.
like Tai Chi or
So
whatever.
boring. So tedious, man. I hated it. And
Well,
then like it was my dad who made us do it. Tai Chi. And then like we also had to play chess with our back against the board. Like it was like just the worst.
what? To explain that, you had to play chess with your back against the board.
Yeah. Like we
Explain
learned how to
that.
play chess. That's it. We literally played chess with our back against the board.
But
My brother and I.
how do you move the pieces? How does I don't think I'm understanding the setup here. What's your back's against what board? Like the game
The
board?
chess game is behind you. Yeah.
So you're playing from memory?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, so but okay, then what do you turn around to move the pieces? Who moves the pieces?
My father.
Your dad moves the pieces, and
I'm playing my brother.
so you and your brother are here. You're facing this way. The chess is here, and your dad moves the pieces where you said. That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome. That makes you smart.
For like a teenager maybe, but not for a kid.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that's probably why you're clever, though, right? Because you had to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
It makes it not fun, though. It's true, but I don't know. I might be on your dad's side on this one.
So the podcast is now over.
No, but
I'm just
like,
kidding.
come on. That must have made. If you can remember what the pieces, so that means you were remembering the game board's numbers and letter system, right? Like it's right. That's
Yeah,
how
you
you do it.
remember you just remembered, yeah, you remember the board? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never really played a lot of chess, so maybe that's why I think it's fun, but it's probably not that fun. How old
It's
were you?
cool. It's all right. Oh, I don't remember how old I was. I just know I was a kid.
You were a kid, yeah.
I was not a teenager, not even in middle school. I was a kid.
Cut to sex scene and Don't Be a Menace to
Huh?
South Central.
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather watch that than play chess. My God.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fair
That's
enough.
horrible.
Wow, I feel like our current events don't segue well into our conversation.
No, from chess, let's talk about
Oh,
volcanoes.
you're 100% right. It is. That's the next thing. Did you know
The
that?
volcano that
How did you
erupted.
know that?
I literally just saw it on that Nick.
Uh,
I just saw it on his page.
fair enough. But there's the two different volcano ones. One is
Oh.
there is a volcano that is spitting out gold dust. It's in Antarctica.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's called Mount Erebus, and it's in Antarctica, and it's spitting out gold dust.
Mount what? Erebus?
Erebus,
Erebus.
Erebus, Erebus.
Oh, Erebus.
It could be Erebus. Who knows? I'm not sure what the
Erebus.
pronunciation.
Erebus.
Erebus.
Mount Erebus.
Erebus. Let's go. So, okay, one, that's kind of crazy. The other thing is this, and then there's the Indonesia. It's gone off like 5 times in the last few days, so they're worried about a tsunami. That usually means there's earthquake activity happening somewhere.
They're
So
evacuating.
they're evacuating, and even Iceland has had a bunch of eruptions in recent times. So it's like that's 3 different volcano scenarios all happening at the same time. What are your thoughts on volcanoes, eruptions? How does this make you feel? What are your thoughts?
I think the apocalypse is coming, and I don't even know. I'm just kidding. I forgot. I don't know what people what their arguments are when they talk about the apocalypse. It's usually like what, like God is doing something, right? Or what is the apocalypse?
Well, an apocalypse means like a great change, I think, in like Greek, right? Like, isn't that the etymology of it?
I thought it was like the apocalypse is coming, so that means like the world is ending, and that
usually that's the way
the God is like picking out the people he wants to save or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Well, it means the end of the world these days, right? I don't think that's the original etymology, but people figure like an apocalypse would be like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, huge storms, nuclear war as an apocalyptic event.
Have you seen the movie This Is the End?
I have seen it a couple of times. Yeah.
It's that.
Fun.
You've seen that, but okay, anyways.
I watch a lot of comedy. I like comedy. I've seen most movies. The only genre I don't watch much of is horror, because it's kind of to me sort of the same thing, and I'm like, well, like, let's kill these people. Why are you jerking me around? Like, they're all gonna die anyway, and then one of them makes it by accident. Like, oh, good for them. Kill them all.
There wouldn't be a movie if they didn't like survive.
It wouldn't be a movie. Why?
Yeah.
No, but that reminds me of a set of a comedy set from way back when. It was Steve Harvey, and he was talking about how he doesn't like the movie Titanic because he found it long and dry, and he's like, he said, we all know what's about to happen, god damn it, bring on the water. I was like, this is legit. So yeah, maybe I feel that way about horror movies. And also, I don't know, it's just sort of like, I can get into 1 or 2, but usually they have to have some sort of comedic element or something. Sorry, I kind of got thrown off though. You were saying something else, I think.
Yeah. Whenever I think of like the apocalypse, I think of This Is the End. Like, like they're choosing the devil, and then the God is like.
That was what happens is the rapture, right?
Rapture?
The rapture, yeah.
But then people were calling it the apocalypse.
Well, it's an apocalypse, but what happens is the rapture is a biblical thing. It's where everybody who's a good Christian person, essentially, that God likes, gets sucked up to heaven. Okay?
Okay, so that's what I'm thinking.
So they're gone. And everyone who's left is like the trash people that the devil likes. And
trash people.
That's when the devil shows up, demons show up, and it's like they get tortured. Now it's hell on earth for however 10,000 years or something like that.
Oh, so the apocalypse is just like the world is just ending.
That's right.
And then the rapture is like God and whatever. Okay.
That's it. Like there's
that's what I think
ones.
of when there's like volcanoes and stuff and all that.
Does it give you that feeling? Are you nervous about that, or like what's your how do you handle it?
No, I mean, doesn't it just mean like more like the earth is just changing?
Yeah.
Isn't that just what it means?
I think there's elements of this. You realize there has been at least 5 major extinction events on Earth in history of the planet that we are aware of?
Have any of them been caused by like volcanoes and well, I guess Pangea, kind of like earthquake. Was that an earthquake? Pangea, or was it just everything just shifted?
Pangea was when things were all one continent. That's what the continent was called, Pangea. And then our continents break apart. Like you might have seen this one.
What caused it to break apart?
Well, that's just the normal shifting of the planet and the continents. Like that's happening right now, actually.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't an earthquake. Good. Okay,
in
yeah. So
Africa.
then, like, what?
right
So then,
now.
like,
Did you know that one? That's actually one of my current
oh,
events.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Africa's splitting apart. There's a huge crack in Nairobi. And
Wow.
it goes on. It's a 50-foot gap. And it's widening and widening. It's going to take millions of years, but Eastern Africa is going to break off of Africa.
Yeah. Of
That's what
course, it's going to
happens.
take millions of years.
Yeah, so we won't see anything. But there is a huge gap that you can see right now. So like,
Oh,
you
that's
can literally see
cool.
the crack down the center of this
Yeah.
stuff in some of the towns.
So I don't know. I feel like with like volcanoes erupting, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything in history that has been like, I don't know, volcanoes erupting around the planet and then it causing extinction.
Yes, it was called the Permian extinction. It was about
Permian.
350 million years ago. They believe that I think it was in the like the Siberian area, like maybe in the Russia area. There was maybe a 1,000-mile wide crack in the ground that started spitting out lava for like 1,000 straight years. And
Oh my God.
yeah, and it took about 80,000 years, which is really short in timeline. 98% of everything on the planet and in the ocean died.
Shit.
That was like about 350 million years ago. So there's those big volcanic spots like there and in where is it, Yellowstone? Like the Yellowstone, what is it called, a caldera, I guess. It's like a super volcano. If those things go off, then it completely changes the ecosystem, and it takes
Oh wow.
like a million years for things to become like this again. Yeah, but still 98%. So there's still 2% of species were able to keep going. So there are some animals that are still related to the animals that existed then, but most of them all died. So there's a
Yeah.
whole
Wow.
different. They were like reptile, mammal animals apparently. Some sort of cross between the two, and
Hmm.
they all mostly are dead now.
Wow. But these volcanoes that are erupting aren't as big as the other ones.
No, we're gonna be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Like when the small ones erupt, I don't think too much of it,
It's gonna happen.
you know.
Hey, like, look, I think that's
What do you mean
normal.
it's gonna happen? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Never mind.
I'm like, okay, here's the thing. At some point or another, these things have happened. Like, if an asteroid hits the Earth, that's what happened with the dinosaurs, as far as people know. This kind of thing has happened a few times. If there's a giant, major volcanic thing that happens for a long time, you can't stop it happening. Then things
Mhm.
change. If there's stuff that it's possible. The climate has changed a lot of times in the past. So I don't know.
That's why I don't think a mammoth would be able to survive.
You think they're done? Mammoths.
I mean,
Mammoths.
just
You
like
check them off your list, huh?
yeah, just the way the planet is now versus then. It's like I don't know. They would have to genetically modify it a little bit so it could survive.
Well, it's technically fully genetically modified, right? Because they're gonna take that and then probably crossbreed it with an actual elephant, I would think.
Okay, if they
You
do that,
know,
then I would believe it survive. But
and you'll
like,
get behind this. You're gonna get behind this project.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't support it, but I also don't.
So what if
As
they
long as they don't
hired
create
you
anything crazy.
as
Huh?
an
Hire me for
actor?
what?
And they were like, "We need you for our mammoth project. You're going to be the host, or you're going to be, something like that, like a main thing. I'm hiring you. I want you to do my documentary. It's a 2-hour feature documentary about how we made the mammoth. You're going to interview everybody. You're going to learn everything about it. And would you take the job?"
How much does it pay?
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, yeah. If it pays
Allie's
a lot,
back.
fuck it. Why not?
Allie's back. I don't know, that kind of thing.
That's
Maybe it's
horrible.
a couple $100,000, probably, right? Something like that.
I'll take it.
You're in.
I will
I'm
do
in.
it.
I try to think about that as often as I can, and whenever I have lofty ideals, there there are times where my lofty ideals might not hold with a certain
I don't
level of
know.
money.
I mean, I don't mind them. It's like, what am I going to say? No, don't do it. Like, I don't care, man. Like, we're going to do whatever the heck we're going to do. Like, I don't control history. If God doesn't want it to happen, or whoever the heck, if the
Yeah.
universe doesn't want it to happen, then it won't happen. But if it's happening, it's happening.
I
I'll
say,
get along with it. I'll get on board with it.
look, let's
But
make
like,
these let's make these abominations and send them out into the world. We'll see what happens, right?
yeah, just be careful. Don't create anything crazy. Why
I
is her
don't
name
know.
so weird?
I don't trust any scientists that are cloning things. I figure they're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
we're
like
gonna be
cloning
cool.
humans too, right?
Yeah. Would
Yeah.
you make a clone of yourself?
No,
And why
because I
not?
feel like my other self would probably try to kill me.
Yeah, probably,
I'm
huh?
just kidding. I was just kidding. What? No, I have no idea. I don't know. I feel like it'd be cool.
What would you use
Another
your
me
clone for?
to do homework. I don't know. What are you talking about?
No, no, no. Like,
To
what's the
take my
purpose?
exams for me.
You're gonna, yeah, we're gonna make
Just
a clone of you. Well, okay,
best
why?
friend.
As a
So we can
best
we can do live streams together. People will be
friend.
like, "What? Oh my god, it's a clone on
That's true.
stream."
I think most people just think you have a twin sister.
Twin sister. Yeah, that's true. My long
So,
lost twin sister.
it,
I wouldn't mind having a twin sister.
oh yeah, really?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, okay. Not
It'd
sure
be, it'd
how
be
I feel
nice to
about
meet
it.
someone with a similar personality. Be nice to meet someone with a similar personality as me.
That's the thing, though. A clone, would they have any of that? It's not like they have your thoughts. So would they be able to? Oh, similar personality though, right? Because it's the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
genetics. So you would say probably they're gonna have a similar personality to you.
It depends. Yeah, actually, it depends on their environment and everything, how they grew up.
Or they didn't. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just a clone, right? And they come out like your
If it's a
age.
clone, then perfect. Same personality.
But right now they have to be. It would be more like your child because I think they have to be a baby, and you'd have to just raise them,
Uh,
and then you'd be raising yourself.
I feel like I was a good kid. I could raise myself. Yeah,
You
I
sounded
was a
like a
really
good
good kid.
kid.
I was a freaking great kid, man.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Doing all that back to back chess?
I
Legit.
hated it. I hated it.
Wow. That's
What
an
would you do with
interesting
your
story.
clone?
I almost want to, what would I do with my clone? First thing I thought of was like boxing sparring together. Because that's it.
You're gonna spar with your baby clone?
Yeah. Till eventually they do want to kill me, right? They're like, I'm big and they're 25 and I'm old. It's just like ready to beat the crap out of me. This was for when I was a kid.
God, morbid.
What would I do? I don't know if I would do a clone. I don't know if there's any family friendly stuff I would do with a clone.
What non-family friendly stuff would you
I
do
don't
with a
know.
clone?
Use your imagination. Let's see here. There's another current event we can talk about.
I'm like, huh.
No, just this, whatever, you know? I mean, I think you got a clone. You've got somebody that's on the same page as you in a bunch of different ways. Who knows what you could do? There's probably a limitless from just for going and building a house together or other things.
Like your wife would be very happy.
Well, there you go. See, now this is starting to become interesting, right? It's like, hey, they're a clone. They're the same. If you could put all your thoughts and stuff like that, like your whole brain pattern in there, then that would start to get weird though, right? Because it's not like just a clone that's the same as you physically. But now it's like it's really you. They have your memories, they act like you exactly. How do you feel about that?
Like that would be very helpful, man. My life is busy. Like, okay, you do this half and I'll do this half.
Yeah, that would be crazy,
And
right?
because they think like me, they'll be like, yeah, dude, totally.
Would make sense. And you can switch so you don't get bored of a particular thing.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Exactly. I
That's
do get bored easily. Like, I'm bored right now. Just kidding.
Okay, look. Let's
kidding,
move
I'm
on.
kidding.
Since Aali is bored,
I'm kidding.
let's move on.
I like how you keep saying Aali.
I'm saying
Even
Aali
though
now.
it's Ollie.
See, I was saying Ollie before, but I switched.
You were saying Aali.
I was saying Ollie before the last time we talked.
Yeah.
And I was saying it. You kept telling me I was saying it weird, so I switched it to Aali because you were saying.
But the way you just said it now
Ollie.
was normal.
Ollie with two A's.
That's how you're saying it now.
Yeah.
That's weird. But the way you just said it wasn't weird.
Ollie.
We'll just keep saying it like that. Yeah. Boom. Boom.
I can do that. But it's just like it's so
So,
fun to just not really follow the rules on this. I feel like
all right, fine,
it's a
fine.
better
Just say
game. But
whatever you want.
for people out there, if you're listening to this at all or watching this, it's Ollie. Aali. Ollie. Not Allie. Not Ollie.
Not that little slither
Ollie.
of road that you go through at night where you die. Not that area where was it Batman? Yeah, Batman's parents were murdered.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the alley.
Can you believe
Ollie,
it?
like Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Huh.
Yeah. It's Ollie. I got it. I got it. Cassius
But believe
Clay,
what?
Muhammad Ali, we're there. So here's the thing. Batman's parents, unbelievable. A couple of super rich people go walking around in a bad neighborhood in the alley and things go wrong. Can you believe it? I feel like his parents, not that clever.
What
You're a
do you mean?
billionaire. You're going to go walking around in the back alleys of the worst crime city in all of their universe, and things don't pan out. You don't have a security guard, nothing. Not even Alfred's not even there.
I just feel like it was they left like what, an hour or something show?
They did, yeah.
And then they're just probably walking back to their car, they just left from the back door.
Sure.
But yeah, I guess that wasn't the best. So why did they go out the front?
I think it depends on which thing you watch. Sometimes they were in the front, sometimes they're in the back, but they just ended up alone somehow. I could see it
really?
happening. I'm not victim blaming. I kind of am.
Apparently it was Bruce's fault.
It was Bruce's fault. This kid, I mean, come on.
He's
Look,
like afraid of bats or something.
yeah, he's afraid
And
of
then they have
bats. So he's got to run out. Oh no, I'm afraid. So they have to go get shot in an alleyway.
Right?
How do you like bats now? Now he's dressed like a bat. Crazy. Beating the
traumatized
crap out
too.
of poor people, basically.
Yeah.
Me and Taylor talked about this actually. Batman hates poor people is what Taylor has. That's his take.
That's horrible.
Because that's all he does. He goes to the crappy neighborhood and beats the crap out of people.
Well, he's beating the crap out of people who are committing crimes.
You're right. They're committing crimes. It's true.
That
They're
would suck if you're
criminals.
just beating up random people.
The way you handle crime is one by one fist fighting.
Yes.
That's the way.
That's the way.
It solves
That's the
every
way.
problem.
It's the only way.
While you're crying with anger because your parents died when you were a kid. This guy,
Oh,
he's got problems.
he is not mentally stable.
No, he's not. He's Batman. Literally a dude shows up and says, "I'm Batman." You're like, okay. Okay.
I'm out of here.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
Dude, come on. What are you doing? Even like his ninja master or whatever in that movie was like, what are you doing? Like, I'm a ninja and you like are worse than me.
Yeah.
Okay, current
I'm
event.
very excited.
So what are you excited about?
Did you believe it? Like Lady Gaga, Joaquin Phoenix,
Hmm.
Joker.
I thought it was a fake thing.
But did you look at it? Like the trailer and everything?
No, not at all.
No?
Not at all. Should I have?
Yeah, it's real.
I actually do have a
you don't
section.
have to.
We have a segment. We talked about current events, but I do have a segment that was movies. Like what are the movies you're interested in or that you want to see? So let's get to it right now. So you're talking about there is a new Joker thing with her as Harley Quinn, I assumed. Is that the idea? I didn't watch anything about it. Why is this
I never
funny?
heard someone the way you said Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. I guess, is she Harley Quinn? Because Harlequin is the actual, like, there are things called Harlequin novels. A Harlequin is the way she's dressed.
Harlequin. I've
yeah.
never heard anyone say Harlequin. I've heard
Harlequin's
Harley
the
Quinn.
actual word, but I guess her name is Harley, so they call it Harley
Ah.
Quinn. But it's
Yeah.
you never heard of a Harlequin romance novel?
No, I don't read
Okay.
unless it's
well,
50 Shades of Grey.
Harlequin. I'll tell you what it means, just so that I'm not like crazy here.
I don't think you're crazy.
Yeah. It's a mute. It's like a mime. It's a mute character in a traditional pantomime, typically masked and dressed in a diamond pattern costume. So what Harley is, the way she's dressed in like a lot of the original. If you don't know if you've seen the comics or if you've seen the old
Yeah, I
cartoons
know.
and stuff. Yeah. It's not like the way in the movies now. She's just like dressed like a punker or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what a Harlequin is, and they're like doing that mime stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
The pantomime
Huh.
show. Yeah, it's like a clown kind of.
Interesting.
So she
So
fits with
she's
the
a
Joker.
Harlequin,
Yeah.
but her name is Harley Quinn.
That's it, Harley Quinn. Yeah. So it's like
Okay.
ha ha ha. Isn't that funny? Okay. You not
That
following
just
this? Like
over my head. I didn't
okay.
understand the ha 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 funny part. But anyways,
No,
yeah,
because
I'm very excited for that
it's a
movie.
play on the word Harlequin.
Oh, it's a
And
play.
she's
That's what we're doing.
Harley
Got
Quinn.
it. Got it. Okay. I didn't know the ha 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 was like, oh, it's a play on the word.
All right.
Anyways,
All
yeah,
right. Good for
I'm
you,
really excited for
Ali.
the movie.
I called you Ali. I think I'm gonna
It's
say
okay.
Ollie and Ali
It's all good.
wrong as often.
It's fine.
It's gonna be one of these things. I don't mean to.
It's
But
totally fine. It's okay.
now it's become a thing. It's might be a running joke. I can't
Okay.
lose it. Okay, cool.
This
So
will just be
tell
my
me,
last time I'm on your podcast.
movies.
I'm just kidding.
Absolutely. Like you and me
It's
are
funny.
in agreement. No. Movies. Joker, Lady Gaga. How do you feel about it? What's your initial take? What's your initial reaction? You watch trailers and stuff, so you've seen more of it than me.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. It seems like it's kind of they copied some of the stuff from the original Joker film, but I don't know much about it. I don't want to know too much about it. I like to go in like kind of blind. Like I like to watch the trailers and then that's it. And then I'm like, all right, I'm excited for this. So
Okay.
I just can't wait to see Lady Gaga play this character.
She's okay, right? Like I haven't seen her in much. I saw her in A Star Is Born, I guess. She was pretty good in
hmm
that.
She was in Star Was Born. She was in I think American Horror Story as well. Uh, she was also in what's that? The movie like the what is it? Gucci?
Oh, the
House of Gucci?
yeah. Was it
Is that
Gucci?
what it's called?
It is Gucci, right?
Versace? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Gucci. The House of Gucci. Yeah,
It's Gucci.
I actually turned that movie off. So
You didn't watch it?
yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
never
pretty
finished
bad.
it.
They were pretty inconsistent throughout, and the Italian accents and stuff were kind of
Really?
in and out. And I
Yeah.
didn't love the editing either. It's a common style these days. It's a bit like watching TikTok, where you're just sort of like, here's a scene, here's another one, here's a different one, here's some stuff, and I'm like, I don't. Any biopic type stuff, I'm kind of just like, this is you wrote this and called it a biopic. This is a
Yeah.
movie that is fiction. Anyway, sorry.
So you didn't like the movie with Elvis?
No, I turned that off as well.
I never
Same.
finished it either.
Yeah, that was even worse though. That's what Baz Luhrmann or whatever. He's the dude who did like Romeo and Juliet and Moulin Rouge and a few movies like that, where that's his kind of style of just sort of, here we are, what's over here, and it's this is a Elvis-ish movie. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
The Tom
Yeah,
Hanks
I
thing
don't-
too, I couldn't take it. He's like a
It
gargoyle.
was weird. Yeah, he looks so different. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
People
I
really
feel-
loved it though.
Some people love that. You know, I think for me, it's like, again, it's like if I was a kid, like 14 or something, I might get into that. But
Yeah.
just being a person like, okay, I'm like, none of this ever really happened to Elvis. It's like, these are loosely based on, so they threw in some facts, mostly not. It's mostly fiction. The editing style is, here we are, now we're over here, now we're over there, now we're here. It's not really a story. I'm not into that. Maybe I'm old fashioned, whatever, but that's not my thing. Happy they
You
got to
watched
make the
entire
movie.
movie?
No, Elvis? I told you I cut it off.
Yeah.
I turned it off.
Okay. I just couldn't remember, honestly. And then
That was 3
you
seconds
seen-
ago.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's really bad. It's like should have kept playing chess with my back to the board.
You should have.
Have you seen the Marilyn Monroe movie with Anna Dam?
No, I didn't watch it. I haven't really been
I
watching.
thought you would have watched it.
Yeah, it seemed like I might, but I'm just like, another thing. What's this going to be about? You know, like what fake story is this going to be about? It's a real
Some of it,
person.
that was like, it was a lot of it was true.
Was it?
At least a lot of it was part of. At least a lot of it was mentioned like in different biographies and stuff about her.
Sure.
But yeah,
No, but was it a good
I don't
movie though?
know.
Like, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, did you enjoy
It was
watching it?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, I only watched it once. I didn't want to watch it again, but it
Hmm.
was entertaining.
Fair.
Saw boobs. Like I don't know why I saw her boobs. But
Oh well, she was the first Playboy model actually. Technically, she had
maybe
a bunch of different nude shoots, so that would make
yeah,
sense.
but that
They're
actually
famous.
she
What's wrong with seeing somebody's
she was
boobs?
the play. It was just random.
Oh
But
really?
I hate when it's like random boobs. But like there's some scenes where it's just random.
You
But
hate when it's
Marilyn Monroe
random boobs?
actually,
I'm gonna have to we
yeah,
have to unpack this. What does
like
that mean?
literally Woody, like in the Winnie the Pooh, the Blood and Honey film, he just like ripped off her shirt randomly. We're just like, all right, but what does that have to do?
It's a horror movie. That's like a
Yeah, but it was
70s
so
80s horror
stupid.
movie style. That's really what
Yeah, it
that's
was
about.
just stupid. Like that I think is just stupid.
What?
But what
Winnie
I
the
wanted
Pooh,
to
Blood and
say,
Honey was stupid?
yeah, no, it's a great movie, and some
Unbelievable.
parts of it were just stupid. Oh yeah, okay, got it.
Okay, continue. You're trying to say something though. I'm cutting you off. So what's happening?
Marilyn Monroe, she actually didn't want her photo in the Playboy magazine. Like
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
took a photo of her, but like she didn't give them consent or anything like that. So but she couldn't tell them like not to do it. Like she couldn't do anything about it. So they ended up using her photo without her
Yeah.
consent,
Well, that's it. Like
which sucks.
she got paid for that and didn't have the rights to those photos. So then somebody was able to buy them and do
Yeah,
them. Yeah. So it's the way we kind of see that.
that sucks. That sucks though. Like you just have. I mean, it's a very famous photo now, but like
Yeah, she did other ones as well. That's somewhere down the line too. But yeah, no, it's not cool.
for Playboy.
Yeah, not for Playboy, but
Oh, okay. I'm like, I think that was the only one she did for
for other
Playboy.
stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. But like she did those shoots
And was it
before
even for Playboy?
that. No, it technically wasn't. But it was
No.
for whoever, and then they sell the photos, and that was sort of the purpose of it, I guess. But I don't know. That's why these days you have to talk to people a little bit more. Like, hey, this is what we're doing. I never liked that kind of thing because then you never know what people would have done or differently or how that would have affected things differently. So yeah, that's why I always tell
Yeah.
you at the beginning, like, don't tell stories you don't want people to hear on a podcast.
No, people
Period.
can totally hear all these stories.
I
It's
know.
just
I'm just saying. Look,
I wasn't expecting it to get clipped.
I told you there's going to be clips. They're going to go on Instagram. They're going to go on TikTok. They're going to go on Shorts. There's clips of
Yeah.
stuff, and it's crazy.
Yeah, but I just didn't expect that thing to get clipped.
Well, that's
It's
the
just
point.
so
Expect
like, I
the
don't know. It
unexpected.
didn't seem like that thing was like too cool to be clipped.
I thought it was so cool. See, like, this is where we diverge because like random boobs is fine for me. Random boobs not cool with you. So like this is where I think probably
Yeah.
our tastes diverge.
It's like, yeah, I like it better. Like if there was like a horror film, they show boobs. It's like maybe getting scratched up, and then oh, there's a boob, but not just shirt's gone, and then like
it sounds amazing.
that's it. Well, you're a guy.
You know what? Guilty. So speaking of more movie news, because okay, well, I don't know what you were saying about the Joker and all that, but I don't want to react to it too fast because I have knee-jerk reactions to that kind of stuff. From like the first Joker movie is pretty legit. It's actually a really well-made movie. It's I was surprised. It's not a feel-good movie, that's for sure, but it's like
Hell no.
yeah, it's dark and they do a great job. The acting's incredible from everyone who's in it. Directing amazing, cinematography amazing. It's just all across the board really good. So then I see like, and here's number 2. I'm like, was there a reason for this? Does this story really go forward? Like, is it, if it's the same people and the writing is amazing and all that, it could be great. But my first reaction is like, is there a reason to have another movie like this? Is there a good solid reason other than money to do it? Because I think as much as it's great to make a ton of money, I think it's awesome. I think it's great to do well with your career. It's great to have a big movie, but it is an art at the base of it, right? Making movies is an art
Yeah.
at the base of it, and I do want it to start with the art and say, you know what, we can have a second movie because there is more to say here. Or
I
people like
think there is
Harlequin,
more
so
to
we have to do
say.
one with Harlequin. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, do you know how it ended? It's like a continuation from how it ended, and then he obviously he goes somewhere. He doesn't just like walk around the streets like nothing happened. Like he gets, goes to, I don't know where he goes. I don't know if it's jail or to an asylum or something, and then that's when he meets Harley Quinn. But like
That is the
they don't
story.
stay there the entire time, so like it's just telling a story, the full on story.
True.
Not just
I
how he became the Joker, but
That's true. That's true. That's how Harlequin becomes Harlequin. Is the Joker's in Arkham Asylum, and he meets her she's like a therapist, and instead
yeah.
of her helping him, she turns into a psycho person.
In this one, I don't think she's a therapist.
Well, who knows? I don't know what this one's about,
No, no,
obviously,
I'm
but
telling you, in
yeah.
this one, she's not a therapist.
Oh, well then.
This was like different. It like, I don't know. It's different.
Well, who knows? Could be great. Could be great.
Yeah, I hope
But
so.
I
It
think
better
too,
be.
I'm getting fatigued of seeing remakes of things or old stories getting rehashed in some way. I am getting a little tired, just to be honest. And
You sound like my parent.
speaking of this, well, no, it's like, look, there's a lot of great ideas out there. There's new stuff. It could be, we don't only have to use old properties. Like do you know how many of these movies is like, there's not even one. I know people won't go and see it if they don't already recognize it from somewhere else, but it is
It's like the
boring.
it's like the Fast and the Furious movies. It's like how many are there? Like what?
I don't think I've
I think
seen
there's
any past
there's
3. And there's like 10.
there's 10. I think yeah, there's 10, but the last one was like 10.5 or 10. No. Yeah, yeah, it's like 10 and a half or whatever. And then there's going to be another one that's like the second part of 10.
What?
10 part 1 and then there's 10 part 2.
That's like so 11 movies or 12? I'm not sure.
Technically it's 11,
11.
but they're like calling it part 1, part 2 or something.
Oh my
It's just stupid.
god. The cash grab stuff is too much. It's too
It's
much.
insane. It's
I'm
so
sorry.
many. And then now it's like not even realistic. It's just like crazy stunts happening. Like no one can do that. There's like one
No
where
one
Vin
can do that.
Diesel like what threw a car or something like that, or like
Vin Diesel
how?
threw a car.
Yeah,
It's
there's like these
hilarious. It
scenes are
sounds fun,
ridiculous.
actually. It sounds fun.
Yeah, I wonder if Hobbs and Shaw does that count as like one of the Fast and Furious movies?
There's spin-offs, right? There's spin-offs.
Yeah, yeah,
I,
there's so many.
I did not see them though. It's like I'm bored of that too, to be honest. Like I've seen too many action movies. I'm tired of seeing like the choreographed stuff. Like it's
Yeah,
cool, one or two, but like if you've watched every Jackie Chan movie, every Jet Li movie, every action movie that ever came out, I've watched them. So at some point it's like watching a guy do a flip over a car and shoot stuff, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I start to like things that are a bit more grounded, I would say, in
yeah.
some reality, instead of like Vin Diesel throws a car and then shoots it and it blows up or something. Like it's dumb.
That's that's kind of how I feel about films that are like what was I watching recently? Paddington.
Oh, okay.
Paddington
I didn't see
2.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't either because I stopped after I noticed like what was happening. So like Paddington is like a bear or whatever, a talking bear, and he is trying to get like a jewel or like a stone to like gift to his, I don't know, his caretaker or something like that. Someone he cares about a lot. And there's this other guy who's into that stone as well. So then he just trashes Paddington's like um reputation. And I just hate movies like that. I just hate it when people are just like, I need this thing, and this other person wants this thing. I'm gonna trash them, make their life horrible, so I can get this thing. I hate those movies.
What's wrong
Like
with
I
that?
don't know. It's just so freaking annoying. It's so annoying, and I already know what's going to happen. It's like everyone's gonna realize that person's bad, and then that person's gonna win. But it's like I cannot get to the end of the movie anymore because like it just irks me. It's so freaking annoying.
I'm starting to
I don't know
realize
why.
this too, though. I think it's like one Paddington sounds like it's probably a kids movie, right?
Yeah, I would say it's like kids, but also like teens.
Okay. 'Cause it's about a bear, and it's a kid's. Paddington was always a kid's book, right? Wasn't it a kid's book?
I have no idea. I don't know what this thing is. I
Yeah,
just came across it on TV and I was like, a talking bear. Okay.
yeah. Paddington the Bear was a kid's book, so it's a children's book. So it's the children's thing, right? And I'm just kind of saying that I feel like as adults, do you know what I mean? Like if you're in your 30s or I know you're younger than that, but like you're getting close to 30s, I think. And if we're older than
I'm
20,
21.
yeah, if that's
I'm
true.
just kidding.
You could you
No,
can pull
I'm
it
not.
off. You can pull it off. Yeah, for sure, easily. But anybody casting out there, Ali can do 21.
18.
Oh, oh.
16, guys.
You could be like a teenager in one of these
11.
shows. Imagine that. You
Keeps
show
getting
up.
lower.
11.
Oh my god. I've seen like some like high school shows and these kids look like they're freaking adults.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They look older than me.
They got like the shadow I have going today. It's like,
yeah.
I'm
Like,
13. What am I going to do? I'm
Stupid.
still understanding my body. Like, what? Come on, man. You're old.
I tell you just shaved your beard.
Like, we're going to shave your beard. We're going to dress you in vintage 90s fashions that are popular right now. And you're going to look like you're 16 years old. No, it's not going to work. But, you know, I would really love to see you go into an audition and they'll be like, oh, yeah. And how old are you? 11. And just dead stare
11.
at each person. There's like 3 of them or something. Just 11. You know?
See what happens.
Just see if they're willing to like, okay.
That'd be nice.
Are they willing to call you on it or just be like, she's crazy? This woman.
I wouldn't even be able to do that. That would ruin my reputation.
No, well, you could
I
tell them
wouldn't
it's
get
a joke
auditions.
at some point afterward. You'd take it personally, probably, but
Yeah. Like, okay, you're just wasting our time.
like, no, wait, I'm not 11. 16? 18. 21? No.
You take a guess. How old do you think I am?
Yeah. No. Okay. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
I don't know either.
Paddington, you didn't like it. But I was just trying to say that kids shows, things that are really designed for kids, I don't think are for people that are over 20, let's put it that way, or maybe 25 at best.
But there's still movies that are like that. Even like for me, I can't even think of the movies.
Like,
there's like movies, even on like Netflix, I couldn't even watch them because they were just related to that.
Yeah.
It's like even they're like at work. Someone wants a promotion. See, this other person wants a promotion. They do things to trash that person to get that promotion. I'm just like, it just irks me. I hate it.
Yeah, that is pretty dumb. But it feels like it's just this personal thing for you that you're not really into people being like evilly strategic, I guess.
Why are you being mean?
Yeah, I think that sucks.
Just like, yeah, I don't know. Like even what movie was that? 13 going on 30 or something. Her friend stabbed her in the back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But wasn't that person not even really her friend? I guess isn't the storyline that they were.
I think she was her friend, but then like, no, I think they were friends.
Were they really friends? Like when they were kids? Like, because I know she ended up being friends with like the bitchy kids from school.
Friends as adults. Yeah,
as adults. So like they're not really friends. She's just in the kind of the cool clique, which is a different thing than being actually friends, right? Because they didn't like her.
They were friends
when she was a kid, and they came to her party and made fun of her and did a trick on her. So they weren't really friends.
Well, like I don't know. It seemed like they were friends as they were like got older. Like they hung out and stuff. I think maybe in her eyes, they were friends. But then in the other woman's eyes, you're just stepping on her, you know?
This is what I'm saying, really, though. Like, at the heart of it, they're friends because of the way she acts, which was like the same as her, which is being a bad person, doing all this stuff. Because she was originally doing this backstabbing stuff. The friend figured it out and was like, why don't I just do that then? Know what I mean?
I don't remember the movie all the way. I just know that the girl thought that was her friend and she stabbed her in the back.
True. I don't, I'm not into it really, but I mean, this is part of it. Turnabout is part of drama, so I guess it is what it is.
I just hate those movies.
Not your thing, huh? What's your favorite movie or a favorite movie? Then?
Kill Bill.
isn't that a revenge movie where people stab each other in the back?
Yeah, that's a revenge movie. That's not someone's trying to steal something from someone else.
Fair.
It's like they just tried to kill her. And then she's like, you tried to kill me and my baby? Stab, 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 stab.
Kill Bill's a good movie.
It's such a good
The
movie.
first one,
I've seen
I
it
like
like
the second
20
one.
times.
Really?
I can
Both
literally quote the
volumes?
entire film.
Really? Wakey, wakey.
I can
Eggs and
quote the
bakey.
entire film. Already she. I don't even know what language she's speaking. I'm just like, huh? Yeah, Lucy, this character.
If any of you has anything else to say, now's the fucking time. I like that one. Yeah, it's good. It's good. The first one particularly, right? Like Volume 2 is good too.
Wiggle your big toe. Yeah, the first one I've seen that one like 20 times. This
Pretty
Volume
brutal.
2, I think I've seen like 3 times maybe.
But it's more of the
sorta.
cowboy movie. One's the samurai movie, the other one's a cowboy movie.
Punching the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually really like that because personally, I don't like her as the character.
Uma Thurman?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think she's good in it. And I think she's good in certain scenes. I feel like her dramatic acting is better than her action acting. Let's put it that way. She's got, like, when I see her doing, she's doing like Shaolin Kung Fu. She's doing like Hungar with Pai Mei, right? Do you know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know what you're talking about. No.
Really?
Who's
you don't
Pai
know her?
Mei?
You don't?
Oh, yeah.
It's your
yeah.
favorite movie. Your favorite movie. You
Sorry.
don't know the characters in the movie? I even did this. He has a beard.
I know. I saw you do it the second time, then I realized. Yeah.
So he's her trainer that Bill takes. This dude's like the superhuman kung fu guy, right? And my favorite part, it's a guy named Gordon Liu, by the way. Since the old kung fu movies, you ever heard of the 36 Chambers of Shaolin?
No.
Gordon Liu is the main character of this 36 Chambers of Shaolin. It's an old kung fu movie. He's a very famous kung fu guy. Do you remember the Crazy 88 show up?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Mo. He's the bald one.
Yeah.
And he fights Uma. Pai Mei is also him. He's playing both characters.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Hey, they did a good job. They did a good job.
Yeah, they did.
But Gordon Liu and Pai Mei as a character, these are old kung fu characters. So Gordon Liu has actually fought Pai Mei in old kung fu movies. Usually Pai Mei's the bad guy. He's like the guy who shows up and beats the crap out of everybody, and they have to join up and learn a new style or whatever. They have to learn like Mantis style or something, and beat him eventually, right? So he has had to fight Pai Mei in old kung fu movies, and then in Kill Bill, he's playing Pai Mei, which is kind of like a fun, circle of life, I guess. Anyway, this is boring to you. I'm sorry. I feel like
No. Have you seen oh dang it, what is it called? Kung Fu Hustle.
Yes.
I love that
seen
film.
it. Very funny, right?
That one's hilarious. I tried to watch the other ones. It's like a one with like soccer or something. There's like a bunch of other ones, but I couldn't.
I couldn't do it. It's too slapstick of it for me. Those ones, but Kung Fu Hustle was fun.
Perfect.
You could see the comedy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the lady with like curlers in her hair.
He's like, "You're gonna please teach me your ways," and then he became a student. Like, this dude tried to kill you.
That's how you do it.
That was so gross. The frog thing, like the. Ugh.
Oh yeah. No, it's been a long time since I saw this movie though. Like many
really?
years. Yeah.
It's like ingrained in my brain. I've seen it so many times. Yeah.
Wow.
I could literally play the whole movie all over, but play it over in my head right now.
Crazy. We were talking about movies too, and this is actually something I wrote down where I'm talking about, you said I sound like your parents, where I don't want to see remakes of things or reboots of things or using old properties. I'd love to just see more new stuff. Maybe that makes me old. That's fine. But Margot Robbie and Lionsgate, they've got together. They're making a movie of Monopoly.
Okay.
So
that sounds interesting.
I'm kind of like, but I feel like this is, again, maybe I have a bad perspective. Maybe your perspective might be different, but I feel like Old Things, the movie, is starting to get boring to me. Like, what are we going to do? The Monopoly Man. What is she gonna play? Is she gonna play the thimble, like the boot? Is
Have to
she
wait and
the
see.
iron? Is she gonna play the Monopoly Man?
Maybe she will be. Yeah.
Monopoly isn't a story. Like it's
They're gonna make it one. What about Jumanji? Jumanji is like an actual
Jumanji
board
was a
game, right?
story.
Oh,
Jumanji
it's a
was
story?
a story. There
There
was
was
no
never a board
game.
game?
No.
Oh man, but there's a board game now, right?
Well,
Oh no.
yeah, because there was a board game in the movie, right?
I
The
haven't played
original
that.
Jumanji, that's what it was. There was a board game in the movie, but it wasn't based on a board game. It was based on an original idea.
Are
So,
there any
like,
movies based off of board games?
probably a bunch by this point. Which one?
I can't think of any.
Clue?
That's
Clue
a
became a
movie?
movie. Yeah, Clue was a bad
Did it do
movie.
well? Oh,
I
okay.
think people
That's
loved
like,
it. I didn't like it because it's like it looked like a play to me. Like we were watching a theater play, but it's a movie. I'm like, oh my God, come on, guys. But that was one. Battleship. Rihanna
oh
was in that, I
yeah,
think, right?
Battleship. That one was okay.
Was it? I haven't seen it because I'm like, not
It
watching
was
Battle.
amazing. It was the best movie ever.
Best movie ever. Okay, cool.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't remember any. I just know I didn't hate.
Okay. And okay, well, what kind of movie would you make then? Like if you want to be in a movie, you want to be in a bunch of movies, what's the movie you'd make? Kill Bill
I
first?
want to be a superhero. Oh yeah, what? Like remake?
Did you really want to be a superhero in movies?
Yeah,
Like what kind
definitely.
of character?
Like Wonder Woman type
Wonder
of
Woman?
character. I don't have to be Wonder Woman herself, but I could be like, a side character with her.
A Wonder Woman type
You know
character?
how there's like, um, what is that name? Captain Marvel? You know how the
Captain
Captain
Marvel?
Marvel had like those other, like her
Mm,
supporting girl.
like
I could
Centurions,
be
yeah.
like the supporting girl.
Wonder Woman had the Amazons, right? That was
Yeah, Amazons.
yeah, they're like the somehow Greek Amazons.
If they did
So
like a film with, the Amazons, all the girls like coming together and fighting things, and I'm like one of the main characters, I'd be happy.
I'd actually prefer that movie. I would like just straight up think about that Amazons, like that would be, or just Amazon or something like that. And then you've got the team of the Amazons that would be something
Mhm.
like a SEAL team sort of thing where they have
Right?
to
That
go
would be
fight
cool.
the monsters, the demons, the gods that show up in it's a Greek pantheon thing. Wonder Woman was in the Greek, sort of area.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of cool to see. Like, no Wonder Woman, just like what did they do before there was ever Wonder Woman, and why are they warriors at all in the first place? And that seems to me
Yeah.
like an more interesting story than just like Wonder Woman's here. But yeah, I don't know.
I would do that.
You would do that?
Mhm.
Okay, we'll make it.